Okay, good afternoon, Whalecoin Talk community. Today we have Axionomics AMA, and here to talk about the project is Spaceman Bob. So, Spaceman Bob, if we could just start with a bit of your background in crypto.
Sure. Thank you very much, Glenn. Super happy to be here with you guys. We've got something great coming. So about myself, I've been crypto since 2018. Then I took a 2-year hiatus, and I got back into it in the late 2020, right when the whole BSC thing started really ramping up. And yeah, so I've done, at first I came in as an investor, and then I really started liking what I was seeing, and I started speaking with different devs, different team members, marketers, and stuff like this, until a point where I started adding value to projects, and then I was little by little brought on into different projects and into different roles, and now basically I found my little niche, which is I basically do a lot of AMAs for groups, and introduce tokens to the world. Hopefully, get some people some good results onto projects that they really enjoy. So yeah, today basically right now I'm working with the Axionomics team. Yeah, that's basically my kind of background.
Awesome. So yeah, if we could just go into some of the tokenomics, and for investors that don't know how rebase tokens work, a bit about that as well.
Yeah. All right. So I'll give you a bit of a high level on Axionomics first of all. So we are a rebase plus rewards plus buyback token. So to give you a bit of context, rebasing means that we have an elastic supply, which allows us to basically reduce the total token count, and in return, proportionally increase the price of the token. So for example, if you start off and you buy 100 tokens at $1 each, you have $100 worth of tokens, and then a rebase happens. So let's say a rebase of 50% happens. So we reduce your token count to 50 tokens now, but we increase the price to $2. And so basically what that means is you still have $100 worth of value, but the price has doubled. So that makes the chart look really, really good. And so that's the whole idea behind rebasing, is that it really keeps a really attractive chart, which doesn't scare investors away because of, we've had so many projects which have dumped straight away because there's a lot of red and nobody wants to buy in. Here, what you get is that first look. You're like, all right, this looks good. The chart is going up. So what's important for you guys to remember in rebasing, and if some of you might know this, just a little bit of education. With rebase, obviously, the fact that we can manipulate the price in that way, it means that the price does not matter. What you need to be looking at is what is the market cap that you enter at, and you need to be monitoring your market cap. So if your market cap goes from, $500,000 to $1 million, then you've 2x'd. But even though the price might have gone up, 10 times. That's the kind of the rebase background. Then we also have a reward token, so any holders will earn on every transaction. And we're also a buyback token, which means that a percentage of the transaction will go into a buyback wallet, which will then be used to buy back the tokens on the market, which therefore increases the price floor. Yeah, so then from a kind of, we're quite an ambitious token. Our dev is also a DApp dev, so he's actually currently developing an app which is going to be released right after the launch, which will allow us it'll be the first reward token to actually have a dashboard, which allows you to properly see what your return is. So that will means that it'll be able to consider what your entry market cap is, and what the current market cap is, and tell you how you're doing based on that, not just on some kind of calculation that you have to do. It'll allow you to see the rewards that you've earned, that too. Then we're going to have we've brought on into our core team. We have a dedicated designer, and that dedicated designer is going to be solely focused on designing NFTs. And basically that means we're going to have an NFT collection. We're going to have an NFT marketplace, which the token, you'll have to use the Axionomics token to buy and sell NFTs there. And then basically you're going to have an NFT game in which you can use those NFT characters or NFTs that you buy on the marketplace. Then we're going to be doing some merchandising more long term, hopefully some exchange listings and some actual partnerships. What you need to know is that we're audited by TechRate. And yeah, that's basically the very high level at this point about Axionomics.
Awesome. So the dashboard looks really interesting for investors because they're going to be able to monitor their investment, whereas with rebase, sometimes you get a bit of FUD where people are saying, oh, my tokens have gone down, someone stole my tokens, you know. So having that there on the website is going to help investors keep track of that, and then it can be explained. Well, you have like tutorials and stuff for investors for the rebase.
Will we have tutorials? What we're planning on doing actually is, so we will be giving explanations. We're going to have automatic filters on our group, which, you know, as soon as somebody asks a question which is rebase related, they'll be directed towards resources about that. We're also going to be setting up, or we actually have set up already, a special group in our community, which is going to be a support group. So essentially, for people that have questions on that subject, they're going to actually be directed away from our kind of the general group into that group, so that they get somebody to actually help them on their issue, and will be let back into the main group once their kind of issue is resolved. What that does is that, you know, we've done that because what we've seen on previous projects is that you get a lot of the initial kind of buyers. They understand what rebase is, and then suddenly you get this whole new swing of buyers who are just kind of coming into a project and not really understanding what the project is about. They're buying it because they think it's going to go up because they see the chart, and we know, like, it's we have an educational kind of, you know, we know that we have an opportunity there to educate new members of the community on what rebase is and how it can be used, and how you should use it and how you should not use it.
That's great. Yeah, I've actually used that once before. I think it was IB&B had a tech room where you could go to, so it stops the FUD in the chat. Some people might be fake investors trying to, lower the price to buy in and things. So yeah, by having a separate tech room where people can ask questions, it stops all that. And it's a very good idea. The only other project I've seen that done on was, like I say, IB&B. So yeah, it's a great idea for Axionomics. Awesome.
It's actually our community that reached out to us and told us, hey guys, we suggest you do this. So it's
their recommendation. It's a good idea.
We're really happy so far with our community involvement. They are also the ones that brought us the idea on, we were just going to be showing rewards in the D app. And now our dev is going to be adding the market cap calculation because it's a community member. And that is something I think, you know, I have yet to see a rebase token that actually offers that kind of transparency.
Yeah, it's very good. So yeah, if we could go into, in the future, you're planning an NFT game, play to earn.
Yeah. So I don't have much more on the actual game. I know that we're going to be releasing a mini game, actually before the pre-sale even. So that's going to be our pre-sale is on the 22nd. So the actual mini game will be released before that. I don't know if it's on the same day or maybe the day before. And with some initial NFT and some initial characters from the NFT collection.
Awesome. And then you've got some celebrity partners. How's that partnership working? I think one's been revealed on the website, and then you've got a few more to come as well.
Yeah, that's the idea, is that we're going to be bringing them in slowly when the time is right. We're going to be getting those celebrity endorsements. We would like to time it. It's quite an expensive thing to actually maximize an endorsement value, because in itself, just getting the celebrity to endorse us, that's one thing. Actually, the big cost there is how do we then promote that endorsement in order to get more people engaged with our product. And so that's where we're going to have to be doing a lot of things on Twitter, a lot of things on different social media channels to get people to engage in that. So the idea is to bringing them. This is just like kind of the sneak peek, and then we got some pretty cool celebrities that we're going to be bringing in.
Awesome. And none of the team have got tokens they've had to buy in. Will it be in the private sale or the pre-sale coming up?
Yeah, that's the idea, is that the team has 0 initial tokens, that there's nothing pre-allocated in terms of tokens for the team. Let me just run you, I know you asked before and I completely forgot to mention it, just quickly, tokenomics. So we've got 5% reward that goes to AXS. So that
Guys, I accidentally pressed it, sorry.
Yeah, looks like it just cut out the chat.
Somebody closed it by mistake. Sorry about that.
Right, the recording stopped. Recording stopped. So I don't know if Ract is recording, so we could send a copy over from that one.
Yeah, I have the recording. I have the video one still on, so it's all good. You can just resume where we left off. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll start recording again. Right, yeah, so we were up to tokenomics, I think, Spaceman Bob. All right, cool. So tokenomics, we've got 5% reward in AXS. Then we've got 5% that goes to marketing, 3% to liquidity, 2% to buyback, a total of 15%. In terms of pre-allocations, so we've got 14% which has been pre-allocated to the private sale, 70% which goes to the pre-sale, 6% goes to a marketing wallet which is locked, 3% goes to development which is locked, and 5% goes to burn which is locked, and 2% airdrop and giveaway, and that is unlocked. Yeah, that's basically your tokenomics overview and pre-allocations. All right, brilliant. Yeah. So you had the private sale, and that's been finished. How did that go, and what was the soft cap, hard cap? So the private sale, there was no soft cap, hard cap. It was just we're trying to fill 60 BNBs. That filled straight away. That's, I think we've got enough kind of people that know us and know our team that these kind of caps aren't difficult to fill for us. You can, for those that have checked out our group already, we're already, I think, probably during the previous EMA earlier today, we were already at 1.5K in members, and we're expecting to be at 2K by the end of today. So we're really, we've been pushing on that community growth. We've been reaching out to to all the networks that we have in order to grow that community, at least for our initial push. Awesome. And yeah, so can we go into the marketing after launch? What's planned for Axionomics? Yeah, sure. So first of all, before or after launch, let's talk about pre-launch. So we got a couple things in pre-launch. So we've got the pre-sale billboard, which is coming out in New York City tomorrow. So it's going to be a good bit of amount of buzz, just telling people to go and join the pre-sale. We've got celebrity endorsement, which we spoke about briefly. So that is by the Netflix star from Money Heist, the manager of the Royal Mint. So he gives us a little shout out with a word about how he knows about money because he's the manager of the Royal Mint. And then we're going to be launching KuCoin ads 1 day before launch, so on the 21st, in order to bring in an additional crowd. What we really want to create is a huge kind of, a huge group, a huge community behind us that will be pushing this token. At launch, we're going to be going to the crypto influencers on Twitter. We're definitely going to get that CMC and CG application in, try and get listed as quickly as possible. We're going to be doing community AMAs, trying to be active on the voice chat. Although, I've done this type of stuff before and I get exhausted at some point and just need a couple hours off. We're going to be doing some more Telegram promotions, Telegram shilling, trending on voting sites. And then we're going to switch to kind of the more continuous marketing, ongoing marketing, which is going to be our KuCoin ads. So that doesn't mean that they're going to be ongoing all the time, but it means that we'll be switching these different things in and out as we see fit, depending on the news that we have to give to our community. So, for example, if we, when we get listed on CoinGecko, we'll probably initiate a strong marketing push at that point. So I don't know, we'll go back to our Twitter influencers and saying, hey, okay, now guys tweet this, and okay, let's go and do another KuCoin ads for another day, announcing that we've been listed on CoinGecko. And then the same thing for DMC. We know that thanks to the rebasing, we can get into the CMC top gainers, which puts us right in that front page on CMC. So that's a good place to be to get that CMC trending. And we're going to be doing some DEX tool trending. For that, we're going to be reaching out obviously to our community too, getting them involved. So it's going to be a bit of kind of those shill groups. Go onto DEX tools, click on these things, get us trending, stuff like this. And the to support also in the hype build up. So we mentioned before, more celebrity endorsements, and we're going to be doing some fun stuff around billboards. And these billboards in themselves, the celebrity endorsements in themselves, once again, independently, they're not really worth that much. But if you package that right in a kind of a viral in a viral marketing package, you can really have some good buzz around the project. So that's the idea.
Oh, awesome. And so where is the team based, and what's the size, devs, mods, admins of the project?
So we've got a core team of 5 people. It's a dev, designer, community manager, marketing, and communications. We all have prior experience launching and running multi-million market cap projects. So that's really what we kind of bring all together. Most of us have actually worked together prior to this on different projects. And in terms of mods, I think we're at around 10 mods right there. I might be exaggerating the number. The main goal there is to cover all time zones, so that we can have somebody that's constantly active. I'm just checking out into mods, admin mods. Yeah, the admin mods is 10 people, but I guess 5 of that is a core group, so 5.
That's fine. So I can open it up now for questions to the team. If anyone's got a question for Spaceman Bob.
Yeah, I have a question. So regarding the rebase, how will that take place? Is it like every few hours, every day? Does it do it automatically? Do you use like an oracle? What's going on with that?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually. It's one which I've been wanting to ask my dev, but it's always slipped through my my mind. How often is the rebase? I will ask them, and it's Acti, right, to ask the question?
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that I can follow up. If you DM me, I'll follow up with that information.
Yeah, you can just post it in the Whalecoin Talk chat or something, so everybody can see it too. It's just like general information stuff.
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
But thanks for that question.
Hello, I have a question. Can I ask?
Go Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, regarding the reward, is it like have a like minimum contribution? You need minimum token, or the reward will be automatically any token, any amount that you buy?
As far as I'm aware, there is no minimum in order to participate in the reward.
So is it going to be like every hour, every 6 hours, or is it per day, the rewards?
I believe it's every hour.
Okay, thank you.
I'm getting my dev that's talking to me. So first of all, I can get back to you, Acti. The rebase will be done manually, not automatically.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just because I'm writing to my dev when I don't know the answer to this.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah,
will,
after the recording, they can come into your chat, and we can post that
every 4 hours.
Okay.
There you go.
I think we've got another question from Scoobs too. You've got a question for Spaceman Bob?
Yes, hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, great project. I've been following it since I found it last night. My question is, in order to maintain hype, the project I see is doing its rebase. It's doing its reward system. My question is, after 2 or 3 days, after that initial hype goes away, what are your plans in order to keep that the hype of it going?
Yeah, so thank you very much for that question. So that's where the things around the kind of creating a buzz around around celebrity endorsements and around having kind of billboards which are going to be in prominent locations, and using kind of leveraging the Twitter influencers and different social media platforms there to kind of get the word out. We're obviously going to be doing things like Dex Trending, as I said, to keep it going. But really, it's going to be most of that is going to be done trying to leverage the fact that we can get these endorsements.
Okay,
and
understood.
Then behind that, sorry,
Go ahead.
just to complete behind that, we're also because what I didn't take you guys through is we kind of covered certain things, but like we have a whole roadmap planned out in terms of like we split it up into 4 different phases. The first phase is this pre-launch, where we have the kind of we do our private sale, we build our community, we release our first NFTs, we got our mini game coming out prior to launch. The idea, for us, success is, do we we fill our hard cap, and then we successfully launch. That's like phase 1 done. Then we've got phase 2, which we call launch, which is our initial marketing push. So that's kind of I think we've covered that. It's the release of the D app, and then there, what we're trying to really do is we're trying to stabilize at that 1 million market cap. And then basically that leads us up to to phase 3, where we've got our NFT marketplace that's developed that allows people to kind of go in there, start collecting NFTs, we'll probably be doing some stuff around shill your NFT, go and show it off to the world. We really think that along with the celebrity stuff can really get us to around the 10 million market cap. And from there on, we want to bring out the NFT game, which will allow to integrate those NFTs that you bought on the marketplace using our token, and then the merchandise around it and partnerships we have written down. Like we don't know what that looks like. We have people that say and have been telling us, oh, you guys should contact the actual Axio token. That's a potential opportunity right there. I can't tell you more specifically what a partnership would entail. And then the idea would be to list on an exchange. And there, I cannot give you that's where we don't have a kind of target market cap. Anything for us in terms of if we can stabilize at 10 million and then go up from there, we're really happy.
Yes, I completely understand. So you're saying with the Twitter influencers and all the other social media influencers that you'll be bringing, that brings in the awareness of the project, followed by a long-term utility in the gaming and the NFT that you guys will bring out. I think that's a really great way that you guys are structuring that. A question that another one that I just hit me regarding the NFTs. Will those be available sometime around launch? And I know that those would still be in development, and they would tie in directly with the gaming that's coming out. Is this correct?
Yes, and so I'm not saying that every NFT will be tied into the gaming. There might be, some more collection items, and then some like, okay, this NFT can be used in the game. Seeing that our NFT marketplace will be released after the launch, I'm guessing it'll most likely either be the initial NFTs will be available on another platform than our marketplace, or it'll more be about kind of showing off what these NFTs are going to be once they're released. I think the idea there is to show the community, hey, look, there's an actual product coming.
Right. Okay, thank you so much for answering my question. I really appreciate it. I look forward to the launch of the project.
Thank you. Appreciate the question.
So I think we've got a question here from Raj. You there, Raj?
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, I have a
What's up,
question,
Raj?
Bob. Just my question is, just we allocated 5% to the marketing, and that is locked, right? So, how do you take that marketing wallet? So, will you sell the tokens to get the money, or if you sell the tokens, so what is the approach you will follow? Because it should not disturb the market cap and chart, right? So chart it anyway, it won't disturb because this is a rebase token. So chart, the price will always go up. It all depends on the market cap. So how do you plan to take the marketing funds from the wallet, marketing wallet?
Yeah, I think to level with you on that, my personal preference would be to never touch that. It's the way I see it is that we shouldn't be if the only way I would see that those funds being used are to remunerate people on a long-term basis for doing work with us. So if there's an influencer that's interested in also being paid in tokens, something like that, that's more where it comes in. To sell them, I think that I would say put it like this: we could do what? We could sell some of those, but then use the buyback to BNB to repurchase that market cap. But then we would why would we do that? We already might as well just use the buyback BNB. It's
there is already 2% allocated for buyback, right? In our tokenomics.
Exactly, 2% for the buyback. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my question. Thank you. So yeah,
I hope it gives.
Yeah, please.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah, my hope is if you sell the tokens also, it's fine, because a lot of projects are doing it, but it should not impact the price, impact the total market cap. You should sell it's very often. You should not dump at once. That's the primary point of these marketing wallets and all these things, because some tokens, they are literally dumping at once. Actually, they are selling all the funds. Actually, they are using in a good way, but still the chart looks bad. Still the market cap looks bad if you sell once at a time.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I don't think the idea here would be to sell 6% of the whole. That would hurt us.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, and we've got a question from Crypto Raf. You there, Crypto Raf?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello. Yes. My question is, how do you intend to really, educate the community members in regards to this rebase token of a thing? I'm sure that a lot of people, they do a lot of fraud when their token gets reduced due to the rebasing. That's my question.
Yeah, so I think we covered that at the beginning. I'm happy to cover it again. So basically, what we're going to be doing. that's not a problem. Then. What we're going to be redoing, or what we're going to be doing is, first of all, we're going to have automatic filters which explain what rebasing is. On our website, we're going to have explaining what rebasing is. Our white paper also has an explanation of what rebasing is. So we have those kind of resources. And then what we're going to be doing is, as soon as people come in and have a question, don't understand something, we've created a second group, which is a support group. And basically what will happen is the mods have been instructed to essentially mute that person on our main group, and then direct them to, invite them into our support group, answer their questions, get them all educated on the support group. And once the mod is happy with the fact that the person has understood the concept of rebasing, then let them back into the main group. And that's how we're going to function in order to kind of limit the amount of FUD that we get, and to at the same time use the opportunity to educate people on the concept of rebasing. And then and then there's the other side of this, which is also that our D app will be showing you the market cap value of your investment. So it'll be showing you the correct value, as opposed to being, so it won't be a price related thing, it'll be a market cap related calculation. So that plus the rewards will be available in the D app.
Oh, great. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, it's really nice feed. It's a really nice feature. I've seen it once before, like I say, where you can go into a separate room to ask questions, because then if they're still asking the questions in the main chat, they're probably just fudding or they're not really invested. So to send them to someone to explain it to them in a separate chat, so you can keep your main chat, everyone just chatting away, about the community and the project, is better, far better. Right, I think we've got a question. Alt Kid, I unmuted you. You had your hand up and then you didn't. I don't know if you've got a question. Hey there, Alt Kid.
Hello, can someone hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello? Yep, it's pronounced as Alternator Kid. Sorry about that. Yep, so greetings, I'm from Manila. Good day, it's day here. So my question is, given that the rebate system is becoming a new trend in the world, right, as you know it, what makes the Axionomics different from the other base coin? And what are the advantages of Axionomics in the future? Will this become hedge for something?
So thank you very much for that question. I think it's a really good question. So the first thing is, in terms of difference, is the fact that we are delivering the token that we're rewarding, the AXS. There's a lot of talk, and people are quite bullish on this token. So the idea is to reward you in a token that should have long-term growth also. So that's kind of the very basic. Then if we look a little deeper into the actual project, I think that the real value that we have here is the actual team. This is a team where one of us is a crypto millionaire. We've got people with multi-project experience with multi-million market caps. So we really have a team which knows what we're doing. We've tried different things out. We've experienced things. We really, I think that in this kind of, there's a whole way to launch and manage a crypto project, and it's literally like, it's an art, and we fine-tuned that art. I think you can look at that already by kind of the amount of members that we have in our group, the amount of hype that we're generating around the pre-sale, and things like this. The fact that we're able to kind of bring these celebrities in, the fact that also we're able to go and reach out into our network and just get certain things done that other project teams cannot get done. And I think that's where the real power is.
Okay, I get it now. That's a very good answer. So that's all. Thank you and good luck to the team. More power. God bless.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
great. I think we've got one from Crypto XDC. You got a question for Spaceman Bob?
Hey, Glenn, how are you? Question.
Good,
So,
good.
I was wondering, are there any intentions of lowering the maximum contribution, considering the fact that we have 500 whitelist wallets? Is there any way we can lower that to 1.5 BNB just to give everyone an opportunity to get in?
That is a question which I definitely have not thought about. I can raise it with the team and see what they say. I'm just going to note it down. Lower contributions.
I have one more question regarding the contract itself. You do have an anti-snipe feature. What are you currently using as far as that? Are you going to be using a blacklist function, or are you going to be targeting the first one block or second block?
It's a great question. I actually wrote to my dev about that before, and I'm still waiting for a response on that. I'm just checking if I have an update there. He's writing to me right now, so give it a second, and I'm sure we'll get the answer.
We can go over the pre-sale while we're waiting. So that's on the 22nd of October. What platform is that going to be used? What's the soft cap, hard cap? How would investors get involved?
It's a very good point. We've gotten this far, and we haven't talked about how we're launching. Yeah.
Let's bring it at the end.
In terms of the pre-sale, so the pre-sale is on the 22nd of October. It will be on Pink Sale, so team members have docs or KYC'd with Pink Sale. So that's something that you guys should be aware of. Also be aware of the fact that we've not only KYC'd on or doxed on Pink Sale, but also on different AMA groups, because that's becoming more and more of a request on AMA groups, is that you dox, or else actually essentially you get a discount if you dox now on certain AMA groups. That's the first thing. The soft cap will be 100 BNB, hard cap will be 200 BNBs. So yeah, right now we've got the whitelist open, or the opportunity to join the whitelist that's open. And then we will be selecting. We'll be going through and selecting different the kind of random selection to see who actually gets onto that whitelist. In the end, based on that, the outcome of the sweep widget. So make sure you go and participate in the sweep widget, unless you get super lucky today and win one of the whitelist slots here. Then yeah, what we tell people is, we're also kind of giving away whitelist spots left, right, and center for activities that we ask people to do, and those kind of are happening in the main group or on Twitter. So stay involved, stay on that main group in order, if you want to try and get a guaranteed spot in advance, stay active. We definitely, we like people that send positive energy into the chat room. So if people are positive, engaged and stuff, you might just get lucky one day, and one day admins might just pick you up and say, hey, this guy, you get one. You've been a real, somebody's been a real good support to the project. We're happy to reward people like that. And basically complete any activities the team posts. Around, just from a process perspective, the official whitelist will be published right before the pre-sale. Whitelist members will have 10 minutes to buy. From the pre-sale start, they'll have 10 minutes where only whitelist members will be allowed to buy. And then after 10 minutes, the pre-sale will then open to the public. Be aware, the last project we launched like this, we filled the public pre-sale in 1 second. This one, it's slightly larger, and we don't want to be too cocky, so we're going to say we're expecting it to reach in under a minute. So those that do not make the whitelist, we urge you to still be ready. We'll be on voice chat, be ready. And when we say go, just make sure you refresh that Pink Sale page and then you try and get in as quickly as possible. Yeah, that's
Okay,
basically
awesome.
it. And in terms of launch, we'll be launching approximately 2 hours once after the pre-sale is filled.
Okay, and I don't know whether we've answered this, but someone on Twitter was asking how many wallets will be whitelisted.
How many wallets will be whitelisted? That is a great question. It's a Twitter question. And we are being told 70 to 90 wallets.
Okay, 70 to 90 wallets, right. And then, so that will be the pink sale, or will it open up then? What's the soft cap and hard cap for people to contribute minimum and maximum as well?
So I think it's 0.1 and 2. Let me confirm that with you. 0.1 to 2 BNB. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Great. Yeah. And then obviously we had crypto, which you said you'd be happy to discuss with the team whether the maximum could be lowered slightly to 1.5 BNB for I don't know why crypto wanted that, so that more people could get involved or a better chance of getting on that. I know they've got anti-bot features as well now on Pink Swap, so it's really taken over the BSC space. They seem to be offering a very good package, and the KYC and everything's very good for more transparency.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that their anti-bot isn't live yet. It's it's not live yet, but or at least it wasn't live last week. Yeah.
All right, and I think we've got a few more questions down here. Mia, hi Mia, you've got a question for Spaceman Bob?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yep.
My question is that I saw that there in the roadmap in the white paper it mentions that there will be a advertising in China market. As I am a Chinese, I'm really interested in it. I saw that there was a Chinese group for the group originally, but it does not exist now. So I would like to know how your team plan to get into the Chinese market, which has lots of potential buyers and investors.
Yeah, so first of all, you said the Chinese group doesn't exist? That's weird. I'm just checking that out right now. Yeah, there is. There's the actually I can send that. If you go into our main group and you do /communities, all the communities will be listed there. And we've got China, Indonesia, Philippines, India, an Arabic, and a German one thus far. So to answer you, so I don't personally have experience on entering the Chinese market, but I can tell you that as early as today, we brought in another team member who is going to be covering the Chinese market for us. I have not actually spoken to them, so I don't know what the actual marketing plan is, but know that it is the Chinese market is obviously a market that we are interested in capturing.
Okay, awesome. And I think we've got a question coming in from Fingers Crossed. You've got a question, Fingers Crossed, Spaceman Bob?
Yes, hello there. Can you hear me?
What's up, man? Yeah.
All right, great AMA. I loved it. I love the project. You guys have influencers and more pre and post marketing planned. Overall, it's looking really good. My question is regarding the future of the game. In the future, will you work to make the game available on multiple blockchains, platforms, Android, iPhone, PC, to make it available to the widest audience possible? Also, are there future partnerships that we could be expecting?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So in terms of moving to other networks, we don't I think in order to move to another network, it's more than necessarily just it's more than just the game. The NFT website. So the game is going to be it's going to be available on the website. So you can go and play it there, which means that essentially it'll be available on most hardware devices. In terms of moving over to different chains, it's definitely something that we can do. Is it mostly for us? It's BSC is Solidity. Ethereum is Solidity, Polygon is Solidity. So there's already 2 other chains that we can easily move to. The question is, for what purpose? Today, it's not something that the team has spent much time thinking about, because I think we're right now focused on getting this launch done. But it's definitely, there is a clear path to doing that. So, why not? And then to answer you with regards to partnerships, we definitely, like right now, we don't have any solid partnerships that we can kind of go out there and promote. Our community has been telling us reach out to the actual AXS team. Very bullish community telling us get the founder of AXS to retweet us right now. Yeah, sure, man. And so, but the idea is going to be ultimately, I think that's going to be a bit more. We're going to see come. It's going to kind of come in a little later. So yeah, I wouldn't want to stand here and tell you, oh, there's definitely all these different partnerships that we have laid out. It's something which I think is very early stage for us. We want to think about them, but right now we're kind of have our hands full with getting the launch full and getting all this. The dev team is pretty busy right now at this point.
Yeah, I understand. To get that ground floor in, and then from there, just lift off. Yep.
Yeah, if you go on our if you go on our group and you type in /roadmap, it will kind of give you a more visual look of what we're trying to do. And at each kind of step, what we try and do is we try and stabilize a certain market cap. And I think that's really what we, it's kind of like, okay, this is what we want to achieve here. Let's get there, stabilize at this market cap, and then focus on the next stuff, on the kind of next things that we want to achieve.
Yeah, I'm looking at your roadmap right now. I can see that phase 3 break 3 million market cap, and then just keep building from right there. Get a good community, and the way you guys have it going, I think you can do it.
Well, thank you very much.
Awesome. Yeah, and we've just got a question coming in from D. Frenchy. You got a question, D. Frenchy?
Hi. Yes, I was just wondering what kind of game will it be? The pay to win one, pay to earn. Sorry.
That's actually a good question. I haven't even asked my dev that. So what kind of game? Let's see if he answers me.
Yeah, you guys said ask a good question for what I'm here.
Yeah, so for what I'm being told is that the mini game also. So this kind of comes back to the other question. The mini game will be already available on the App Store and the Play Store, and then the main game is a click to earn. And some things are being typed in my direction, so have a bit of patience.
All right,
just
let's
keep you guys hanging. Typing is stopped.
Yeah, so while we're waiting, we could go over anything we might have missed on the project, and yeah, the project going forward, and wait for that answer for you up to date.
Yeah, just trying to. I'm just scrolling down through my key points, seeing if there's anything I missed. Marketing we ran through, roadmap we ran through, the launch process we ran through. Liquidity, it'll be locked for a minimum of 1 year on pinksale.finance.
Awesome.
Yeah, we spoke about the support group that we're setting up, so that's going to be covering, clarifying issues around rebase, elastic supply, buyback, rewards, and stuff like this. Yeah, then I don't think I need to tell you about our socials. You can go on our, if you go, we have a lot of filters set up on our group. If you guys want to go and dig in there, you can find information out based on that. Yeah, that's basically, yeah, I don't think I've missed out that much, or at least as much as I have at this point. Make sure you check out the video from Netflix's own Money Heist Royal Mint manager endorsing our product. Yeah, I think that's from my side. I think I've covered it.
Awesome. Yeah. And if anyone's listening back to the recording and they have any questions, they can pop into Telegram. We can post that in the chat for any of the WellCoin Talk investors. So I think we're just waiting for an answer for Frenchie. Or maybe he could come into the chat and ask one of the devs that after the AMA.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe the best thing is DM me, and I'll. I didn't. Who asked the question? Frenchie?
It was D Frenchie. Yeah.
D Frenchie. Yeah. So just D Frenchie, if you want to DM me with the question, I'll make sure the dev gets back to you.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
That's great. Well, thanks very much for coming, Space Bob. Axionomics, yeah, very interesting project. Looking forward to the pre-sale. So yeah, just to recap for the investors, if you want to get involved with the pre-sale, they can come and join the Telegram, and there's processes for them to do, and then they can win actual whitelist spots. That's great for investors.
Yep. I don't know if is Robotic there, because I don't know who's announcing the winners.
Okay. I'm not sure if he's giving them away in the chat or on Twitter. You there, Robotic?
I'm here, yeah. Sure, we can choose the winners. So for the Twitter one, let me just have a look now. I've not checked, to be honest. You read it one question, didn't you, Glenn, from Twitter, which was regarding the whitelist, I think?
Yeah, that was off Ash, I think.
They can win that one then. In terms of the questions on the call, I thought you were judging them, Spaceman Bob. So I apologize.
Yeah, I just sent them.
Oh, did you choose them? Sorry. Okay, so the first winner is Scoops 2.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Congratulations, yeah. You've won the whitelist.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And the next one.
I put it right above. It's above Scoops too.
It is Axie. Axie is the second winner.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Right. So I'll finish the recording. Send you over a copy of that. Spaceman Bob, thank you very much for coming today. Like I say, you can keep us updated with the pre-sale in the text chat, WhaleCoin Talk, and the launch on PancakeSwap. Looking forward to the future for Axionomics. Thanks for coming today.
Thank you very much. I just want to make sure of something. Are you guys taking care of sending the whitelist winners out with their addresses, or do you want them to DM me?
Yeah, they can DM me and I'll send them over. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually thought about this the other day, yeah, because if like we do it internally and then they don't appear on the whitelist, then it would be like they'll be having a go at us. So maybe, yeah, in the future we can do it that way, where we would send them over to the team, because yeah, there has been a few times where people haven't been on whitelists, and I'm like, oh, if we do it and send it over and then it's not there, then they come back on us, like, you know. But we'd have to look at them in the future.
I'll DM them while they're on the call now. I'll send the DMs to you and just respond to them. So I'll send a message to you if you just stay on the call.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, Spaceman Bob. Sorry, I had my mic on. Yeah, so I'll send you a recording over of the meeting to you. Unfortunately, the Telegram one was cut short because we got cut off, but I think Axie will have the full one from Twitch and YouTube, so we could just use that one for your community instead.
Sounds awesome. Guys, thank you very much once again for hosting us. You guys are great hosts. We really enjoy coming and talking to you guys. Yeah, it's we're hoping to have a great launch. We hope that your community decides to join us on this trip, this project, and that we can get to have some fun together.
Awesome, yeah. Yeah, we've definitely got some investors that really like the rebase coming to the BSC. So, yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people fighting for them whitelist spots. If you join their Telegram, you might have a chance to win. Join the community.
Thank you, Spaceman Bob. It's a great honor.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you
great.
guys. Have a great afternoon, or afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are.
You too, Spaceman Bob. Yeah, take care.
Thank
Yeah,
you. It's been
thanks
great.
for coming.